Hello everyone, yeah, it's Richard from Mile 62 channel. Nice day today. I'm out at Lake Georgetown near the dam, sporting my Abilene 100 shirt. I've done that race twice. Great race out in Phoenix. Today I'm wearing my Hoka Evo Mafate. Those are the same shoes that Jim Walmsley used to win Western States his first time. Great shoes. You can see it's a pretty day. You can see the Georgetown Dam here. My last video I was on the other side of the lake. So great lake. Families out down playing on the water's edge. Hot day today, probably 90 degrees already 10 a.m. in the morning. Humidity is a little bit lower than last time. I'll say probably 75%. Anyways, nice day to get out for a run. It's not too hot yet. Hope everybody's doing well. And people out swimming. Maybe can't see them. GoPro is not very good at zooming in. Anyways, today's vlog got a couple subjects. First one being something that's popular on the on YouTube right now is does running melt away muscle? The answer to that question is no. And pretty lively debates out there by some really good athletes. Starting to wonder if I picked the wrong trail. Yeah, let's backtrack a little bit. Made my turn too quick. It's been about a year since I've been out on this side of the trail. This side of the lake, I mean. Pretty windy today, but it feels good. This trail, like I said in my last video, is part of the Goodwater Loop, which is a 26-mile loop around the lake. But getting back to my story, my subject, does running melt away muscle? The answer is no. And actually it can complement it because it keeps you a little bit more lean. So I think one of the biggest challenges second wrong turn. Biggest challenges for people trying to build up muscle is often they build up muscle but they can't see it. That's part of my problem too. Get too much body fat. But the key is to reduce your body fat to a point where you can see the definition in your muscles, and also keep up your protein, because a good balanced program of lifting and running or any other cardiovascular activity that you participate in help build up your endurance and also keep your muscles intact. The key thing, some people feel like after a run they lose some muscle, and it's mostly due to losing glycogen in your muscles. It's a temporary thing. Glycogen, your carb resources, are stored in your muscles and in your liver. and it gets depleted during endurance activity. So after an activity, it's important to build up those stores again. And to maintain muscle, as a good rule of thumb, you should be eating 1 gram of protein per pound of weight. So if you weigh 190 pounds, you should 190 grams of protein per day. You're like, well, that can be pretty hard. It's not that hard if you use supplements. You know, 1 scoop of whey protein is 35 grams. So it's not very hard. You just got to keep it up during the day. And you also need to keep in mind that body cannot absorb, I think it's more than 60 grams of protein at one time. It will just expel it. So that's why you need to break it up during the day. You know, get protein in your meals. A lot of people use like Greek yogurt, which is high in protein, mix it with whey powder. I do that. I also take supplements like Huel, which are vegetable protein. So that's the key. A lot of people are not gaining muscle or maintaining muscles because they frankly just don't eat enough and don't eat the right stuff. So that's key. If you're a big person, you gotta eat a lot. You gotta eat right. So bottom line is, running doesn't burn away muscle. You can look at these guys that are debating on YouTube, like Nick Bear. Just got an amazing body. He owns BPN Nutrition. The triathlete, runner, really big guy. I think he's got to weigh close to 185, 190, and he's just huge. He can run daily runs, 8-minute miles, and when he wants to, he can drop down in the six minute range. So he's good proof that muscle, you can maintain muscle. He runs every morning, and he's the one that stirred up everything on the internet, or on YouTube. Big coaches like Greg Doucette, Coach Greg as they call him. He's got over 1 million subscribers. Yeah, so does Nick Bear. And they're debating on whether or not it's true or not. And they agree on a lot of things. Hunter McIntyre, another good example, just a beast. Right now he's trying to break the marathon record. Also a really fast guy, runs consistently 6-7 minute miles, just huge, over 210 pounds I think. It's a real big guy. He wins the CrossFit Games, Hydrox Games, and he recently ran a sub 3-hour marathon at 210 pounds, full of muscle. And right now he's trying to, as a Clydesdale, which he is, so am I, or I'm close to it. He's trying to break the marathon record. I think the world record for a Clydesdale is like 2 hours 30 minutes, something like that. So that's a project he's working on. It's pretty cool. So they're evidence that running doesn't melt away muscle. These are huge guys, and they run every day, and they're very fast at it too. We're not talking about Mafate running like I do. These guys run 8-7 minute miles in their day, in their regular runs. So, boy, it's hot today. It feels hotter than that, or is because I'm wearing a cotton shirt, which I kind of broke my rule. I never run in cotton, but it's a comfortable shirt. But boy, it makes you much hotter. I always use polyester. The other subject I want to talk about is social media, and then ambassadorships, which are kind of related. I recently announced, well actually 2 days ago, that I'm quitting Instagram. I've been on there a couple years. I didn't use Instagram and Facebook for a long time because I was working in China off and on for 10 years. Well, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter is blocked in China. Still is today. You have to use a VPN to get into it, which is a real pain because they're always blocking VPNs. Anyways, come back to the US. I guess it was more than 3 years ago. Started using Facebook and Instagram. People thought I was a weirdo because here's this old dude. He's got no followers and he just started using it. So it took me a while to get accepted because they thought I was some kind of scammer or something. I don't know. But used it regularly. Facebook, it's really hard to build up connections. I mean, you can with family members, and I think that's really what it's for. I'm just not into, you know, checking out people's dogs and stuff like that, cooking and all that. Not knocking it, just not for me. I was keeping Facebook because race directors use it for pictures and other things, but just so time consuming. And I didn't like how Facebook's always pushing advertisements to you and stuff. And anyways, just wasn't for me, so I dropped Facebook, I dropped Twitter. That was a couple months ago. So I said, well, I'm gonna focus on Instagram, Strava, LinkedIn. LinkedIn is business networking. I started with them back in, I think, 2002 when they started. I'm one of the biggest users of LinkedIn. It's a great tool. I use it for, you know, keeping up with colleagues over the years, meeting new business contacts, suppliers. I've got over 30,000 followers. I'm basically maxed out. You can only have 30,000 contacts. So you basically have to delete somebody to add somebody. But you can increase followers. So that's a good tool. I probably spend 20-30 minutes a day on that. And then I was spending some time on Instagram, 15-20 minutes a day. What I was finding is, I guess I had about 1,100 followers over 1 year. Had some good friends on there, but my good friends were the same people that are good friends on the other platforms, including Strava. And what I was finding is people that I wanted to be friends with or keep up with, you know, runners, triathletes, I would connect with them. Well, actually, most of the time, I would connect with them and they connect with me. Then I would lose them. I don't know if I'm boring or what, but that didn't bother me because I contacted them. But what troubled me about Instagram is, well, two things. People contact me and like my stuff and want to be friends. I'm like, cool, man, they're a good match. They're into running and all that. I follow them. A few days later, they don't follow me no more. They know my content because they checked it out. They like some of it. And, I finally learned, also read online, that a lot of people on Instagram, they just want to build up their followers. So they connect with you, and you connect with them, and then they immediately don't follow you anymore. I think that's so uncool, because I was trying to build up my followers too, because it's kind of linked to ambassadorships and sponsorships, which I'll talk about a little bit later. So I just got tired of it. I mean, or I'd post something about a podcast or a YouTube video, suddenly I lose 10 people following me. I guess they don't like it or something, I don't know. But I wasn't gaining much for my podcast or my YouTube channel because there's some mud. Because unfortunately, on Instagram, it's very hard to share a video. You can share a podcast through the stories, which is kind of good, but videos, you have to put a link, and then you have to snapshot your thumbnail from your video, and I just wasn't getting much activity. So anyways, I decided to give it up. Told everyone they can connect me with me on Strava if not already. Actually, most of my good friends connected with me on Strava already anyways. So, so those are two reasons. I guess there's a third reason too. The third reason is on Strava you can share videos now. That's huge. I was so waiting for Strava to become more of a regular social media channel, because it's my favorite app when it comes to athletics and running. I've got a big following on Strava, and it keeps increasing every day. And usually the people on Strava are more serious, I guess more crazy like me. They want to talk about running and do epic shit. So shared my first video on Strava with their new function that lets people do that. So. Hello.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'll do a short video on how to post a video on Strava. I learned from another YouTuber how to do it, but it's on the that's a beautiful picture of the lake. We'll come down here. It's on their same page where you post an activity. You can post a picture, or you can post a upcoming event. You can now post videos. It's so awesome, because the people that I like to hang out with and share videos with and converse about topics are the people that are on Strava. So that's what the nail in the coffin was to getting rid of Instagram, is the new features on Strava, and I think they will keep expanding. I think they're such a great tool. And usually when people follow you on Strava, you follow them back, they usually stick with you. I mean, and of course it's not, there's a percentage that don't do that, but I've had pretty good luck with it, I guess because I'm very active on Strava. And nothing on Instagram, as I didn't really post my daily activities. It just takes too much time. You know, it's kind of like at work when you don't want to share emails with everybody unless it's really pertinent for them to see it, because you don't want to clutter up their email box. I do 2-3 activities a day. You know, I share my run, my weightlifting. I just don't do that. Even on Strava, I only share the items that Garmin's gonna share with them. I mean, I don't share my weightlifting and boxing and all activities. I just don't want to clutter it up. So anyways, so I gave up Instagram, so I'm focused on Strava, WeChat, which is a Chinese messenger app, because I'm in procurement, so it's important, and I've got a lot of friends on there. In Chinese they call it Weixin. And then LinkedIn. If you don't follow me on LinkedIn, try to hook up with me and we'll try to connect. I just have to make room sometimes. Usually I can find a way to connect with you. It's just Richard Elkins Jr. on LinkedIn. Happy to connect with you if you're not connected with me on there already. And so, and YouTube, really trying to grow my YouTube channel, like I mentioned in my last video. And I'll continue my podcast. If you want to drop me a message on Anchor, you can do that too. So people can contact me by email, Strava, LinkedIn. My email address is runnerrwe@gmail.com. I'm turning it around now because I'm getting pretty hot. I don't carry water usually under 5 miles. Today I'm a little dehydrated more than normal. Anyways, the other thing I want to talk about is ambassadorships. I've had good experiences and bad experiences. But I was trying to build up my social media so I could have more sponsorships and ambassadorships. But I'm going to try to do that through YouTube now, just by having a big following of my videos and my technical reviews. Because I wasn't very successful building up my social media like Instagram, Facebook, and that's all the ambassadorships seem to care about. So I was going to do it last year, but I've decided that I'm giving up all my ambassadorships. Some of them are really good too. Exoskin, Ultra Aspire, Squirrels Nut Butter. They have Facebook groups and they're very active. I just don't have time for it. And they want you to post pictures every day of you your running and stuff, and I did that, but you know, to be honest, I wouldn't get much out of it. And they don't want you to use other people's products. Sometimes they want to. You know, I love Exoskin, but I don't wear their shorts all the time. Like I'm wearing Brooks right now. Some activities it's better to wear certain things. You know. Same thing with socks. Love Exoskin socks, but I also like Injinji socks, so I use both of them. Ultra Aspire, I was using their vest hydration system before I became an ambassador, and theirs is pretty good. They give you 50% off, but they expect a lot from you. And how often are you going to buy a hydration vest or lighting? So also, if I can't do it right, I don't want to do it. I know they want me to post every day, and I'm not doing that. So bottom line is I'm giving them all up. But if you're into that, that's okay, because the Facebook groups for the ambassadorships that are good are great. You can meet friends that way. It's just I don't have time for it. Some ambassadorships or sponsorships have given me a negative feeling too. Those are the positive ones. I really wanted to be part of the I'll give you an example, and it's not me complaining, I'm just gonna explain my feelings on it. I really wanted to be part of the Ultra Red team. You know, I'm a big fan of Ultra. Spent thousands of dollars on their shoes. I have every Ultra there is. I'm an expert on almost all of them, except some of their road shoes, which I don't care for too much for. But they sent me an application to be on Ultra Red in this early December last year. I was like, this is cool. I didn't know they just sent it to everybody. I thought they specifically sent it to me because they wanted me to be on it. Well, anyways, their ambassador application is very lengthy. It takes you about 45 minutes. I mean, you gotta put in your best times for this, that. And keep in mind, this is Ultra Red. This is not their elite runners. These are mid-packers, and people really care about the brand. So I filled it out, put all my Ultra sign up data in there, links to all my social media and all that. And this is a brand that I really like, and I think, I mean, they do have, they give you a few pairs of free shoes every year, and you get a kit and all that. But to be honest, I didn't apply for that reason. I just wanted to be part of the group because I really like Ultra so much. And I applied. They said let everybody know sometime in mid-January. Well, January went by. At the end of January, I saw some people on social media saying that they got into the Ultra Red group. I'm happy for them. I said, well, maybe they're just waiting. You know, most of February went by. I started sending direct messages to the Ultra media guy on Instagram. They ignored me, and then finally they replied and said, yeah, we passed it on to the person that handles that. They'll get back to you. And you know, to be honest, I knew I had a probably 50-50 chance to get on the team. I wouldn't have minded if they just sent me out an email saying, sorry, you didn't make it this year. Because I mean, I've been rejected by brands before, and it wouldn't have bothered me. What bothered me was they ignored me. And I sent several messages, and then they gave me an email address. I sent an email address. Hold on a second. And pass on your left. Right there.
Step on it or step over it.
And I guess it was by the end of February, I got an email from them after trying to contact them 3 or 4 times, direct message and email. Oh, They sent me kind of a rude email saying that the people that applied for me, it was kind of a form letter email, but which I'm sure they sent to many people, or maybe they didn't, because maybe they just don't reply to people they don't accept. I don't know. I just think that's a rude way of handling people, especially people which in most cases are big customers of your company. Anyways, they sent me an email saying that people applied that basically were a lot better, a lot faster than me. I said, okay. I thanked them for sending me the reply. What irritated me was they didn't send that to me in January when they replied to everyone else. So I kind of heartbroken a little bit about it because they treated me like shit. So I'll tell you what, I plan to go to the running event this year in Austin, and if I see them at the booth, I'm gonna tell them, you know, I really like your product, but I think your company's a piece of shit. So I really think that. So I really like the Ultra product, but I don't like the company because they really treated me bad and for no reason. Why? Somebody wants to be an ambassador of your company and don't reply to them. So anyways, I'm not complaining, I'm just telling you what's happened to me. So I'm giving up on ambassadorships because, you know, I may apply to something that I really like and then they treat you like that. You know, one person, I know it's just one person doing their job poorly, but it gave me a bad feeling about the company. Still love their product, still buy a new pair of Ultras every 2 months. I got every one that they've ever made. Trail running, I like their wide toe box. I like the Hokas too, but even the Hoka Speedgoat and Mafate like I've got on right now, I bought them to try them and they're okay for 10K runs. They're just too narrow in the toe box for me. I just can't use them for 100K or 100 miles. And I don't like it that they don't have a gaiter system. That's what's great about Ultra. I love their gaiter system. I love their forefoot. Yeah. But so at the end of the year, I'm done with ambassadorships. I'm just gonna do a lot of technical reviews and I'm gonna say it the way it is, but not knocking it. There's some great programs out there, so if you do it, guys, I'm happy for you. I've had good experiences and bad experiences. Let me know in the comments what your experiences have been, and if you want any information on any ambassador programs, I know a lot of them. Some I've been part of, some I know other people that are part of them, but Ultra Spire, Exoskin, Squirrels Nut Butter are great ones. I'm just gonna give them up just because I don't have the time to do it right, but those are great programs if you have time on Facebook to be part of their groups. Yeah, anyways, but hope everybody's having a great week. It's Tuesday morning for me. Head back to the house soon, do some work, but hope you enjoy your week, enjoy your run, and do something epic on the weekends or during the week if you have time. Anyways, this is Richard signing off for now. Take care, buddy.